This video is for all of the liberals and Democrats who say things like Kamala Harris lost because of racism and sexism. Not only are you stupid and wrong, but you're also tacitly promoting the very thing that you claim to be fighting against, which is what Democrats frequently do, which is something I realized when I walked away from the Democrat Party. If you are saying that the only reason Kamala lost was racism and sexism, then the only real solution to that would be for the Democrat Party to put up more white men, to promote more white male candidates, to endorse more white male candidates, to back and donate to more white male candidates, because that's the smart thing to do. Because apparently women, especially brown women, just can't win. Is that what you want? Do you want for the Democrat Party to endorse, to promote, to put up more white men? Because it kind of seems like that's what you want. See, if over half of the American electorate is racist and also sexist, which is an absurd notion, especially given the gains that Donald Trump made with non-white, non-male demographics, if over half of the American electorate is not only racist, but they're also misogynistic, then you can't change that. You can't change millions of people. What are you going to do? But you can change who you nominate, especially when you don't even nominate them, you install them. You can change who you back, who you donate to, who you promote, who you put up. You can change that. And it seems like the most strategic, the most effective, the most intelligent thing to do, given the fact that over half of the American electorate is racist and sexist, would be to put up white men. Especially if you believe that modern day Republicans, modern day MAGA, that modern day people who are right of center are a threat to democracy and they're fascists and they want to take over the country and put you in a handmaid's outfit. Well, you really need to beat them, right? You really, really need to beat them. It's important that you beat them. It seems like you should put up white men to beat them. This is the issue that I've always had with putting up Kamala Harris at all. If you really believe that Donald Trump is a grave evil, the likes of which we've never seen, and you also believe, as so many liberals do, that this entire country is founded on racism and woven into its very fabric is racism and sexism, why would you choose now, of all times, to put up a brown woman? Why would you do that? Because it seems like she just handed the election to Donald Trump. Because you put up a brown woman and we're all so racist and sexist, right? Why would you do that? And you wouldn't do that in the future. You wouldn't do that in 2028. You wouldn't do that in the midterms. If you want to win, if you want to take back this country, you're tacitly endorsing the very thing that you claim to be against. And I also really need to hammer home this point that you're stupid and wrong, because Donald Trump made gains with everyone, essentially, other than black women. And you cannot sit around and say that everyone has internalized misogyny or internalized racism, and that white men are just inherently racist and sexist, and that the only people who are correct in this country is black women. Black women are not the only Americans who vote, right? Even if you say the entire black community is a stronghold of the Democrat Party, they're not the only people who vote. And they're not enough to win an election. If you are losing with the very people that you are supposed to be representing, that you are supposed to have in your corner as the Democrat Party, then you really, really need to look at that, and you cannot just dismiss it all as internalized racism or chauvinism, internalized sexism. You can't do that. You will continue to lose. It's an absurd notion. We already had a black president. It is an absolutely absurd notion that racism and sexism is the only reason that Donald Trump won. And if that's what you take away from this, then not only are you promoting a lack of diversity in the future, because that's what it takes to win, but you are also going to continue to lose, whether you put up white men or you put up non-white women, because you don't actually understand why it is that you lost.